guys, it's Chuck. Welcome back. The inner pack, it's not going to show up. Let's see. There it is, for machine lifts, hydraulic machine lifts. Anyway, I really liked this unit, and been thinking about it ever since I saw it on James's channel. And they give you the dimensions of the unit, the different lifting capacities. One's 8 ton and one's 20 ton. Well, kept looking at that and thinking about it, and I've got a Porta-Power, a Jet Porta-Power ram, and got the full kit, and kept thinking about it and saying, well, it's, you know, geez, if you look at this, it's nothing much more than a Porta-Power ram in there. So I went in my scrap bin and found a piece of tubing, square tubing, and found another piece of square tubing that fits inside of it. So these are a little bit, grabbing a tape measure, this tubing is basically 4-inch tubing, and inside is 3 1/4, and this is 3-inch tubing. So my thought is that this tubing will end up registering down inside of this tube. Here are the two brackets I'm making to hold the foot. And I'll kind of go backwards here from where we're at right now. Right now I'm just cleaning them up, and as you can see, if this camera's focusing, there's the weld there that screwed up when I sectioned this piece. I didn't see the weld. It's going a little too fast. And what I have is a piece of square tubing, and of course you can see on the mill, when I sectioned it wrong. What I'm doing is, this is the bar for the foot, and it fits into here, so I'm making some angle iron out of this tubing, and I don't have any angle iron that was the right size. So what I ended up doing is, and you can see this piece here on the bandsaw over there, trying not to move the camera too fast, I sectioned off this one piece so that I ended up with a U shape, and then I sectioned it in half again to go ahead and create my L brackets. And the L brackets will end up sitting right here and right here, and there's where the foot will be. So right now I'm just set it up here on a pallet, and I'm cleaning them up so they're both the same size, and then I will mill that weld out of there also. So be back with you soon. Well, here's a little update. I've machined the pieces here on the sides so that it'll fit to hold the foot. End up with a little bit of reveal there for welding, and I think that's going to work out good. Do a little more detail work to it. The front of the column ends up flush with here so that the foot will come across and go all the way to the ground. So actually when I laid out my center, it's off. I've got to relay that out. And what I'm planning on doing is, here's the Porta-Power jack, and so what I'm planning on doing is going ahead and machining a pin. I've got a piece of steel here. This is a pin that works for the Porta-Power, but machine a pin, and then I will go ahead and bore a hole, fit the pin, and then weld the pin in place, and then the Porta-Power will end up sitting on top of that pin. And that's what will align it and hold it into position. On the top of the ram, what I'm planning on doing is drilling a hole, and this pin will go through the hole, and it'll bear the weight as it pushes right here on this shoulder. So a little update. It's getting closer to getting to maybe put it here together. Okay, be back with you shortly. Just another quick little update. I thought I would mention it. So this bottom piece is the outside of the column. I've just cut off a section so it's easier to work with, and that was a torched end that I just cut off of it. And then this piece here will be cut, and that's going to be the ram that the jack pushes up and down on. I'll weld when it's cut, weld the plate on the top, and this dowel will be coming up through that plate. But one of the discussions was how I was going to take care of the clearance problems between the two column pieces here. And it turns out that a piece of 1/8 inch strapping is just the perfect what's going to be the bearing surface. You can see I've got one on each side there, and so I'll end up putting it on all 4 sides, and that's what the column will end up riding against as it goes up and down. Just go ahead and tack it on there, drill a couple holes in it, and throw some tacks on it, and I think that'll work well. That'll work on all 3 sides. I've got to figure out the front here, because this would take up too much space, the width of it. May go to just a thin piece on each side. So working that out still as I go. But I think I got the bearing surface worked out. No reason to use Delrin. This metal strapping will slide fine with a little bit of grease on it. Okay, so continue to move on here. Well, here's just another little update in the build. So I've drilled the plate, the bottom plate, and then machined a pin that'll get welded in place. And then the porta power will come down and sit on top of the pin to hold it in place. So the back side of this, the outside column, will have a window cut in it high enough so that so as this comes down, it can be over, come across, then sit on the pin. Hope that makes sense. You'll see it in the finish. Okay, so just a quick update, moving forward on it.